And sometimes you could be doing all of the right things and you're going to be exposed to environment full of toxicity, right? So if we're constantly bombarding ourselves with toxicity, it's harder for the body to detoxify itself. And sometimes that process is slowed down because we're overwhelmed with more toxicity that is coming in than what the body is actually getting out. So when you do a detox, what you're doing is you're creating a complete environment for healing and cleansing. So you're getting out of your way. You're not bombarding it with more toxicity. You're creating an environment that allows your body to cleanse freely, and you're doing things to support that detoxification process. So when we say detox, really what we're saying is supporting your body's detox.
Right.
You're not making the body do something that it doesn't do or wasn't designed to do, but you're creating an environment so that it can do what it already does better.
This is episode number 315 of the Life, Strength, and Health podcast. I'm Kim and I'm joined with Jamal.
Greetings, everyone.
And
peace and blessings.
Yes. And thank you for joining us this episode. Today, we will be discussing why a spring detox would be beneficial for you. But before we dive into the show, this episode is sponsored by Wellevate. Wellevate is our invitation-only online health dispensary where you gain access to thousands of high-quality supplements and nutraceuticals. We consider it the Amazon of supplements. And it's something that we've been using with our clients for a number of years. One of the many things we love about Wellevate is that our clients have access to so many supplements that you normally cannot get in stores. And it also allows us to suggest and recommend supplements and also how to take them. You can use Wellevate on your computer, and there are apps for Android and Apple devices. So to sign up for your account, just go to lifestrengthandhealth.com/wellness. And we created a short walkthrough video on how to set it up if you need it. And you can access that at lifestrengthandhealth.com/setup. And as a special gift, when you create an account, you will receive 10% off all of your orders. So go to lifestrengthandhealth.com/wellness and create your free account today. So now let's segue into this episode's organic food for thought. And today we will be talking about lemon water. So lemon water is something that is beneficial to drink first thing in the morning. And to make it, you will use the juice of a half a lemon and put that in 8 ounces of water and drink it down. And lemon water helps the body's natural detoxification process. It aids in digestion, and it also has vitamin C, which is a great antioxidant, which helps to hydrate the skin, which improves your appearance.
I think it's important to understand that when it comes to optimizing your health, it isn't this one big thing that we do. It's a bunch of small things that we incorporate into our habits, into our lifestyle. And that's the key to living a permanent lifestyle of good health. So to simply have clean water in the morning with lemon juice added to it, that's a simple way to push the meter in the right direction.
So now let's segue into the episode. And in this episode, we're going to talk about why detoxing for the spring season is very beneficial. So the first thing we want to discuss is, what is a detox? And detoxing is a very important component to living a holistic lifestyle. It's a great way to help your body to release toxins that has accumulated over time. We like to call it internal hygiene because we understand that with the fast-paced lives that we have, a lot of times people will eat certain things out of convenience. And a lot of times that convenience comes with a cost. And people find themselves eating a lot of maybe fast foods or processed packaged foods and less of whole foods and real foods. And over time, this can become more of a detriment to your health.
Right. And it's also very important to understand that your body has the ability to detoxify itself. So a lot of times you hear people say, oh, well, your body detoxes on its own. We don't have to detox. But the thing is, if you continuously bombard your system with toxicity and you get in your own way with your lifestyle, if you're living an unhealthy lifestyle, and sometimes you could be doing all of the right things and you're going to be exposed to environment full of toxicity, right? So if we're constantly bombarding ourselves with toxicity, it's harder for the body to detoxify itself. And sometimes that process is slowed down because we're overwhelmed with more toxicity that is coming in than what the body is actually getting out. So when you do a detox, what you're doing is you're creating a complete environment for healing and cleansing. So you're getting out of your way. You're not bombarding it with more toxicity. You're creating an environment that allows your body to cleanse freely, and you're doing things to support that detoxification process. So when we say detox, really what we're saying is supporting your body's detox.
Right.
You're not making the body do something that it doesn't do or wasn't designed to do, but you're creating an environment so that it can do what it already does better. I think that's really important to understand.
Yes. So now that we know what a detox is, I'm sure there's some people asking, why should we detox every change of season?
And I think that that's a really important question. And my answer to that is a systematic break. Taking the time every few months to nourish your body and create an environment so that it can cleanse. Think about your body like a machine. You know, machines need to be serviced every so often in order for them to continue to work at optimum levels. So systematically cleansing every change of season is like servicing your body, servicing your machine. So that is the perfect way to look at it, to understand the importance of it. But in addition to that, it gives you the opportunity to always reset.
Right.
One of the things that I see is that because of the environment that we live in, we don't live in an environment to support health. Right. You actually have to go out of your way to be healthy.
Against the norm.
Right. If you just plug in to the way that society flows, it's going to lead to poor health. Right. So what we see with our clients is that just like long term, staying the course, long term, never falling off, it's challenges. It's hard for all of us because of
life is life
and stress and time and things like that. You get caught up in quick, convenient things, and it's easy to fall off track. But usually after a person cleanses, their mind is sharp again. They're feeling good. They're back in their zone of staying on the right track, and it usually resets them.
And you feel better.
Yeah, and you feel better. So when you have these moments where it's like time to cleanse again, you're always only a few months from getting on the right track, resetting. There will be times where you will go through the entire season and you will be sharp. You'll be on point. You'll do all of the things that you need to do. And that's great. But then there will be times where it's a little bit bumpier. It was a little bit harder for you to stay on track. You know, it was a lot of events. You were traveling a lot. Whatever the case may be, you're still only a couple of months away from resetting and getting back on track. So it's a way to also keep you on point with the things that you need to do on a consistent basis.
Yeah. And also every season poses its challenges. So generally during the colder months, you know, people are less active, they're more sedentary, and you tend to eat heavier things. It's easy to be led astray during the colder months. And you want to feel better when the warmer seasons come around. It's not just about looking good in vanity, but you want to feel better. You want to move. You want to be active. And detoxing is such a great way to reboot yourself so that you feel the way that you should feel. With detoxes, it's important to understand that there isn't just one. A lot of times when people hear detox, They generally mean a full body detox, but there's two different types. You have a full body cleanse and you have targeted cleanses.
Right. And the difference between the two is that a targeted cleanse gives more attention to targeted areas of your body. And when you do a targeted cleanse, you're still going to affect the other areas of the body that you aren't targeting, but it's giving that specific area. Like, for example, if we're doing a colon detox, right? A colon detox is going to benefit everything because that is one of the channels of elimination in your body. However, it's getting the most attention. So we're doing some very specific things to nourish and cleanse that particular area. And when you give something attention, because you can't give everything attention, it won't be as thorough, right? So if you give one thing attention, it's going to be more nourished, it's going to get more support and be more effective at doing what it does. So it's always good to do a full body cleanse. Those are great and you're going to have benefits for them.
Right.
But as you progress and you become a more seasoned cleanser, you get more seasoned at detoxification, the next level is to begin to target specific areas of your body.
In this episode, we're going to be sharing the type of detox that's ideal for the spring. But before we dive into that, we're going to take a brief break to share with you our spring detox program at Life Strength and Health. We created our spring detox program with the busy person in mind that wants to feel better transitioning into the spring season. And with our program, we created it to take all the guesswork out and to include everything that we're going to be sharing with you in today's episode. So our programs includes an extensive manual that breaks down the entire program, the do's and don'ts, the diet, everything that you need for your program is in the manual. The program also comes with a kit of herbs specifically for your spring detox. We address the emotional component, the lifestyle. We created our program for that busy person who just wants to plug in and do a program and experience the results without all the guesswork, the trial and error, and trying to figure everything out. So if you want to learn more about our spring detox program, just go to lifestrengthandhealth.com/detox. So now let's talk about what is ideal for a spring detox. As I mentioned, spring detoxes are a targeted cleanse. And with targeted cleanses, you're focusing on specific areas of the body. And in a spring detox, the area of focus is the liver and gallbladder.
Right. And if we think about cycles, during the winter time, we're eating heavier. We're eating more grounding, comforting type of foods as we power through the cold season. So your liver has been working, right? It's been doing a lot of work. So this is the perfect time to take a moment out to thank your liver for doing the work that it has done for you during the winter and detoxing it. In addition to detoxing it, it also provides support and preparation for the spring season. Now that it's starting to warm up, you're going to have more fruits, sweet fruits readily available. So you're going to start eating more sugar, even though it's natural. You're going to start eating more sugar that your liver has to deal with. And being that it's starting to get warm, people are going to start to be more active. They're going to start to do more things. They're going to begin to indulge in more things. So you want your liver efficient and working well so that it can handle all of the things, all of the new stressors that are going to come with this season. Your liver and your gallbladder work together. So it only makes sense if you're going to nourish, cleanse, and show love to your liver that you're also going to do that for your gallbladder as well.
For anyone who is not familiar with the function of the liver, some of the things that it's responsible for is that it cleanses the blood, produces bile, stores energy and nutrition.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that the liver has more functions than the brain. So it is extremely important. So you want to take time to show your liver some love. And the bile that Kim was talking about that the liver produces is actually stored in the gallbladder. So the liver creates the bile, the gallbladder stores it. And the bile plays a huge function in digestion in your body and dealing with fats overall.
So one aspect of living a holistic lifestyle is to address the emotional components and stressors in your life. And one of the things that we educate our clients on is that stresses can store in your organs. And over time, this can lead to health challenges and imbalances. With a targeted cleanse, we're focusing on specific organs. We're addressing them from a nutritional component, but we also want to address the emotional component as well. With the liver and gallbladder, the emotions that are stored in these particular organs are anger and frustration.
Right. And there's more, but those are the main ones. Just like with the functionality of the liver, there are a lot more functions that the liver does, but we're touching on some of the main ones. So there's more than anger and frustration, but in dealing with those, it usually helps to release the other emotions that you're dealing with as well, right? So a lot of times during the winter season, things are moving slow. Things might not be taking off the way that you want them to. I know in this new quarantine environment, a lot of things are closed and we're spending a lot of time in the house. So there can be frustrations going on, and there could be anger going on with just life not being the way that we want it to go. And all of these new stressors based on our environment and what's going on in the world. So our bodies hold on to this, right? And when you hold on to stress, it manifests in the body as toxicity, as stress on organs and the rest of your body. So this is the perfect time while we're detoxing our liver and gallbladder to deal with those emotional components, to address them and release them as well.
Another very important component of doing a spring detox is nourishment, nourishing the organs of the season.
Yes. So just to name a couple things to nourish your liver, that's going to be beets. Beets are powerful liver detoxifiers and provide your liver with very important nutrition. Lemons, we spoke about for the organic food for thought, lemon water. Lemons are very effective with supporting and nourishing your liver as well. When we look at gallbladder health, radishes are great for feeding and nourishing your gallbladder, and raw apple cider vinegar is also a really good support system to nourishing and helping to cleanse your bile ducts. So when it comes to detoxifying your body, you want to make sure that you have all of the components to cleanse properly from a holistic perspective.
So we just discussed some very important components of having an effective spring detox. And we also wanted to share some additional items that is going to be very beneficial during your spring detox program. So it's important to eliminate stressors and to eat targeted foods. It's important to stay hydrated, and you want to support your body with herbs during your detox. It's important to get adequate rest, and it's important to do some emotional releasing.
Right. So if you take all of these components and put them together, you will create a very powerful detoxification program for the springtime.
So that is the conclusion of this episode. Hopefully you received some value from it. The show notes page for this episode is lifestrengthandhealth.com/315. That's lifestrengthandhealth.com/315. There, you can learn about our Wellness Center, Life, Strength, and Health. You can also sign up to join our Live Healthy community. And I will also put a link for our spring detox program if you wanted to check that out as well. So thank you for listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. And until next time, live healthier.
Yes, live healthy, everyone. Peace and blessings.